What's new? Activity 1 Polarity Experiment. Okay, so good morning everyone. So in today's lesson, we have to conduct an experiment regarding polarity that is also based on your module that is under the what's new. Okay, so in your module, we also tackled our what is a periodic table, what are these electronegativity, the polarity of the compounds, and now we are now testing the polarity of the compounds, like for example, the mixture of different compounds like the water or the vinegar, something like that. Okay, so but first of all, what is a polarity? So polarity, in general, it is refers to the physical properties of a compounds such as boiling point, the melting points, and the solubility. So polarity also in chemical bonding, it is a distribution of the electrical charges over the atoms joined by the bond. Okay? So in this lesson, we are going to use some materials like the water. So I have here water. I also labeled it as a water. Okay. So some vinegar. I also separated some vinegar, some oil, alcohol, and also I also prepared this measuring cups, the tablespoon and the cup. I also prepared some Erlenmeyer flask, the beaker, the funnel, and the graduated cylinder. Because I didn't have the disposable cup, so I used my remaining. So as you can see, I use my remaining laboratory equipments to do this activity, to conduct this experiment. And as you can see, I already labeled it from setup 1, setup 2, setup 3, up to setup 6. So in setup 1, we are going to mix this water and 5 tablespoons of vinegar. So in setup 2, we are going to mix the 1 cup water plus 5 tablespoons of oil. In setup 3, we have to mix the 1 cup water and the 5 tablespoons of alcohol. In setup 4, we are gonna use 1 cup of vinegar plus 5 tablespoons of oil. In setup 5, we have the 1 cup vinegar and 5 tablespoons of alcohol. And the setup 6, we are going to use the 5 tablespoons of oil and 5 tablespoons of alcohols. So we are going to observe which of the following setups mix well, so which did not. Okay, so when you observe it, please write it on your answer sheet so that I can check whether your understanding of polarity is good or needs improvement. Thank you. Okay, so first we're going to mix the 1 cup water and the 5 tablespoon vinegar. So here I'm going to use this Erlenmeyer flask. Okay, so this is a 1 cup of water. Okay, so I use funnel to avoid spillage. Okay, and another 5 tablespoons of vinegar. So I have here the vinegar. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now observe if the setup 1 mix well or not. Okay, is the setup 1 mix well or not? Okay, very good. Okay, so next one is a setup 2. So let's see if it's gonna mix well or not. So this is a cup of water plus 5 tablespoons of oil. So this is our oil. So let's pour it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and So now observe if the water and the oil got mixed up. So let's mix together. So what do you observe? So what do you observe on setup 2? Please write on your paper. Okay. Okay, now so we will proceed to setup number 3. So we are going to mix the water and some 5 tablespoons of alcohol. Okay, so I'm not gonna use a cup of water, so I just use half of it just to, just to avoid spillage. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour it the water and then mix some vinegar. So this, okay, so 1. Okay, so that is a 5 tablespoons of vinegar. So what do you observe on this setup number 3? Is it mixed well or not? So again, so now let's proceed to setup number 4. So we're going to mix the cup of vinegar and 5 tablespoons of oil. So I have here the vinegar, so I'm just gonna pour it down rather. Okay, so I'm gonna use the funnel to avoid spillage. Okay, so I'm gonna use everything. So okay, so next is I'm gonna pour the oil. Okay, so observe what happened to the oil. Okay, so now let's observe what happened to the mixture of vinegar and the oil. Okay, so what do you observe on this setup number 4? So did it mix well or not? Okay, so let's stir it. Let's try to stir it. Okay, even if it is stirring up, the compounds did not mix together. So write it on your answer sheets and pass it on the expected date. Okay, so now let's proceed to setup number 5. So in setup number 5, we are going to mix the vinegar and the 5 tablespoons of alcohol. So again, we're gonna use this little beaker here to minimize the resources. Okay, so the most important here is you are observing the mixture. So it's not the amount, but it's the effect of the reactions, the reaction rate. Okay, so this is the vinegar. So I have here 20 ml of vinegar. So I'm gonna mix some tablespoon of alcohol. Okay, so this is our alcohol. So let's just mix it up. Okay, so again, I'll just mix 10 ml of alcohol. So what do you observe on this setup number 5? So let me know, just write it on your answer sheet. Okay, so in set 6, we are going to mix the 5 tablespoons of oil and 5 tablespoons of alcohol. So let's see if they're gonna mix up or not. So this is our oil. Okay, so just pour it up. Okay, and so let's just maximize or minimize our resources because we do not have that such amount of oil in our house for today. Okay, so just use a 2 tablespoons of oil. Okay, so and then we're going to mix it with some alcohol. So this is our alcohol. It also minimize. Okay, so just see the reactions of these 2 compounds. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it. Okay, so what do you observe on this mixture? So it's gonna mix up or not? So is the alcohol and the oil mixed up or not? Okay, so please write it on your. Okay, so these are now our mixture. So let's see closer the setup number 1. Okay, so that is your setup number 1, the mixture of water and the vinegar. This is now your setup number 2, the mixture of water and oil. Setup number 3, it is the mixture of water and some alcohol. Setup number 4 is the mixture of vinegar and oil. Setup numbers 5 and setup number 6, the mixture of oil plus the alcohol. So now you can now observe and differentiate, or can now distinguish which mixture is mixed together and which mixture are did not mix. Okay, thank you.